Hello everyone, today I'm going to share you my tips and few settings that could be changed which could make your gameplay more enjoyable and fun. You'll get the idea what to do first before entering your first playthrough in Doom the Dark Ages. First thing you should do in the game setting is go and turn on the auto sprint option, which will allow you Doom guy to be always on sprint without pressing the shift button. This will be very useful in the intense combat situation, which will allow Doom guy to move very fast and dodge projectiles. It also lowered the sound effects volume to 50% because in-game sound effects volume is so high that you can barely hear the music is playing in the background. The game offers you 4 levels of difficulty, in which you also get difficult slider, which can help you to customize your own pace of the gameplay. These difficulty modifiers could really allow players to make the gameplay even more easier or make it even more harder than the nightmare version of the vanilla difficulty. Next thing to do is enable the projectile indicator, which will help you to understand from where the attacks are incoming. The second option will give us the full indication of from where the attacks are incoming, but I will recommend you to select only the variable option, otherwise your screen will be full of indicators showing in the middle of the screen. You can also change the color of the variable attack, which is a nice thing. That's why I changed the default green from blue. Pairing is everything and important to do in Doom the Dark Ages, and you should learn it very quick as possible. Because in this game, pairing will not let you take any damage and deflect enemies' projectiles. Pairing in this game is not that difficult, even in Nightmare difficulty, which is the high level difficulty of the game. All you need is to play a little bit and understand enemies' melee and range attack patterns. Then you can easily figure out when to parry those attacks. On the left side, you will see the health bar of the shield, which means that before the shield take damage, the health bar goes below, and if it reaches to 0, shield will be temporarily unavailable to use. That's why you should max out shield in the upgrade menu. And to do that, you need 3 items like redstone, ruby, and gold, which will be helpful for upgrading the shield. Here the exploration becomes necessary, where you can find those items to upgrade, which is not even hard to find in this map. Unlike other games, maps aren't even clouded or covered in fog, which you can clearly see where the item is located in the map. Also need to look for this exit door icon in the map. This is where we need to look map again to see if there is anything to left to collect or not, because once you get through this area you can't go back from that point, and if you miss some collectible then there is no way of going back. I also made a huge mistake in my playthrough is not checking those chapter mission whenever starting a new chapter, and there is total 3 of them to complete, which could give some extra gold as a bonus, and so make it a habit of looking for the chapter mission every time you play a new chapter. Well, I wouldn't tell you how to spend your resources because it's all about personal preference, but I would recommend to upgrade. First thing is maxing out the shield, which will be very helpful throughout your walkthrough, as shield is the core of the gameplay, and by upgrading it will increase shield throw range and stuck or lodge the shield, which will stun enemy even longer and increase the shield absorption damage bar. Here onto the game, shield will get some unique perk which will add some extra effects called ruins. I spend most of my resources on Heaven Splitter, which will put the enemy on shock and it spread through other enemies in huge range. Plus, when they are in shock state, they will take even more damage and stay shocked in a longer period of time. And comparing to the other 3 ruins, this is the best. And in weapon, you should upgrade Impaler, because when doing any kind of shield action, the Impaler gets the ammo refill and charged up, which deals a lot of damage to the enemies, and Super Shotgun to make it even more stronger and increase the fire rate to land more shots quickly. These are the 3 you should upgrade quickly as possible. In combat, my tips will be constantly move and shoot stun bigger enemies by throwing shield at them, which will be very helpful. Take out the range enemies, and do not forget to block attacks. If some attacks you couldn't or unable to parry, like some enemy has to put you in a position where you try to escape the projectile, but instead of blocking you try to run away. There were many instances where I only tried to parry, but I forgot that shield can also be used for blocking the attack. I know you could do this mistake because the game constantly encourages you to do parry instead of blocking, which could lead you to do only parry and forget about the blocking. After throwing shield, you can immediately call shield by either pressing parrying button or press throw button. Shield again. A very good tip to know: when enemy is stuck by your shield and you see a projectile shoot by the other enemy, you can parry it immediately without any delay. You can also strategize it like hit, land your shots on the first enemy. When the projectile about to hit you, just press the parry button and you finish off the first guy, then go to the second one. Very easy. Could also perform glory kills for extra health and ammo. All you need to do is in sprint mode, you have to jump and press the respective glory kill button, and the Doom guy will perform the unique animation. And there is total of two different animation. One is performing from the straight view or from the back. Sadly, there is no different animation for left and right approach, and I know that Doom Eternal have 4 direction way of glory kills. Hope in future they include those more unique glory kill animation for the Doom the Dark Ages. Alright, that's it gonna be for today. Tips and helpful info. Hope this point help your journey easy in Doom the Dark Ages. There will be more Doom videos in future. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. See ya. Bye bye.